Do you know how screwed up we are in our country right now? Do you know? It's going to be your job to fix that. We screwed it up. Now y'all have a chance to fix it up. Step up and do that. God bless you.
You have a responsibility now, after going through this program, this prestigious program, to go back into your communities and lead with character, common vision, communication, and to be caring. Uniting people, Republican, Democrat, independent alike. Bringing people together around a common purpose and the character which inspires confidence.
It's not about doing everything. It's not even about doing everything right. It's about taking on the opportunity to make sure what has to be done gets done.
To find common ground with someone that has a different viewpoint from me, sometimes I just try to remember to listen to what others have to say, because sometimes we try to just say our point of view before we ever listen to what others have to say. Having respect is one of the most important things that we could do for one another.
By understanding the fact that we all have the same goal. We all want to make humanity better, so you address that before you come to a solution.
Talk to them about their past, their experiences, because everybody's different, but we can all find common ground even if we're like completely opposite, and it's really important just to know them.
It's important in today's world because we are losing unity. We're fracturing, our society's breaking apart, and it's really important that we have people who can help bring our society back together and help everybody find common ground.
So as a student from Palestine, I think that we face a lot of difficulties. People aren't understanding us as the way that we want them to understand. I feel that most of us just stick to the aggressiveness of that with the Israeli and Palestinian conflict. They state a problem, but they don't state a solution.
It's that leader who steps up and knows what that vision is and articulates that vision, knows that the people are behind it, and is the one who's willing to be the face of it and put himself most at risk. But you don't need huge numbers. It can just be two people.
Every major accomplishment in human history was at some point in time considered impossible.
Unity, to get a group together, right? To get people to move towards something is to present the vision, to present the values and principles of the vision.
So I'm going to share with you an internal GPS system that you can use for the rest of your life, and it will allow you to know where you are, where you're going, and how do you get there. And as you can imagine, it has a lot to do with character.
In every step of your life, care. Care about those around you.
The high school I attend, there's always a lot of people that don't engage in the conversation and don't show interest. But here, everyone has they show lots of interest, they show engagement, and they really want to be here and honestly, just quite frankly, just learn more. Well, obviously you need communication, like we've been talking about this week. If you don't communicate with someone, you're not able to find common ground because you don't know where the other person's standing.
I think that in Jordan, working with groups, we try to share ideas, but it's not as diverse as when I came here. The ideas being shared here from everyone has a lot of diversity, and you hear many different opinions that I never think about. And then back in Jordan, there are many people who are afraid to speak up or think a certain way because the culture tells them to do so. But then here it's more open, where everyone can share their own opinion freely.
Do you plan it all ahead of time? Not at all. Do you learn as you go? Absolutely. You just keep finding things that are of interest, finding things that you can put something into, you can provide some value to it, and pretty soon you find yourself being invited further into it, and next thing you know, you've found something you're really interested in and that you can really do something with, and that's how you get to the things that really are going to make you successful in life.
What are you going to do about it? For the rest of your lives in business, in leadership positions, you're going to encounter that question time and time and time again. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want to be a cheetah. You've got to be a team player, because it doesn't matter if you're the strongest, the fastest in the world. If you're not a team player, you may not survive.
You know what? It's okay to make mistakes in life and in business. Let's just learn from our mistakes so we don't make them again. That's when it's frustrating. You make a mistake, you don't learn from it, and you go do it again.
We're all progressing. We're all becoming better leaders. Every minute we're together. It's not just the speakers that help us become better. It's us being around each other, because we all want to learn. We all want to be better.
It's not about agreeing or disagreeing with it, it's about respecting it. So just like putting yourself in their shoes and saying, okay, well I can see why they think that and how they think that. And that's okay that I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna respect them for that opinion, and I'm gonna keep that in mind every time I make a decision.
Really just getting to know them as a person and exploring what experiences they've been through, and then just kind of like finding how you can relate to them, and then just embracing the fact that they've been through different scenarios and situations. I think that's just a really entertaining factor when it comes to conversing with someone different.
This program is giving me also the chance to share my ideas, because back in Jordan there aren't opportunities like this one where I can speak up and learn more from different people from many different perspectives. So I think that this program helps everyone, and helps people who can become potential leaders actually take the first steps to this path to the future.
That meaning and that purpose can take you through anything else. Viktor Frankl, at the end of his book, he writes this quote. I love it. He says, anybody who has a why could endure any how.
And coming to this program, I feel that I understood that I should be more patient, I should be more relaxed when talking to others, even if they have another perspective or another point of view. Maybe respect or understand the Israeli perspective or from what they come from, and I will try to find a solution, and I shouldn't be aggressive towards like any point of view like that the opposing perspective.
There is good in everybody wanting to get out. I believe in the human spirit. I believe in the human capability to rise up against adversity and overcome anything.
Do you know how you judge yourself? By your intentions. How do others judge you? By your actions.
So you know you can find common ground because you both care enough about a topic to share your opinion, to post something on Instagram, to speak out and use your voice. Because at the end of the day, the only thing we have is our voice.
A program like this is important in today's world because it prepares people in a world that the most important thing for kids right now is what's on their phone. It prepares kids to understand that people are the most important thing in this world, and that people need leaders in order to achieve the ideas that they want and see in their phones.
Lots of people have very polar ideas. You know, there's lots of extremism on both sides, and it's really, in these past few years, especially with the pandemic, people have gotten really separated. So I feel like it's important for everyone to come together.
To serve more and to be a leader in my community. And the leadership qualities I'm learning here, I'm going to be able to take back home and teach others, and hopefully bring someone else back here so that they can experience what I've been able to experience here this past week.
Be kind and humble. You're talented. Don't let ego get in front of you. Don't let ego take over. Sometimes, unfortunately, in this building and 49 other state capitals around the country, unfortunately, a lot of times we let ego get in the way.
You will be called upon to make great sacrifices in your life, whether it's with your family, or whether it's with your job, or whether it's in your community. You will have the opportunity.
Well, belief is such an important item. It's the most important verb in any language, belief. Because it impacts everything. We just talked about what it impacts from behavior to becoming to blossom.
I'm a believer in humankind. And everything looks like it's falling apart right now. all of us in this world, and that's why you're so important. Because you need to lead us. You need not to lead us and not make the same mistakes we made. Make this world better. Because God put us here for a reason, and that reason was not to sit on our duffs and cry about how bad things are, but to stand up and fight and make planet Earth a better place.